Welcome back, and boy, oh boy, do we need to talk about this one. That one was something else. So Oregon went to Lubbock, where teams go to die, and somehow pulled off an amazing victory. That final score was 38-30, and it was a lot closer than the score. Texas Tech falls to 0-2 for the first time, I think, in since 1990 or something. So almost 30 years. And Oregon goes 2-0. So let's check out some highlights, and we're gonna try this. Sorry, it's flipped, but I think this is the only way I can get it done, and there will be no sound to it at all. All right, so the first thing we got here is Oregon started with the ball, and then they basically didn't go anywhere. Texas Tech drove right down the field and scored. This is Oregon's returning drive. This is their second play after a quick run from the outside, I believe. So this is their second play. We got Franklin at the very top. He's going to catch this ball. And he was gone. That total play, I think, was 72 yards. And the score would be tied after that, 7-7. So here, we got so number 0. I think he's right here, and I think his name is Taishim. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his first name, but Taishim. His last name is Johnson. He had a really rough game. He had a couple personal pass interference calls, and they were kind of picking on him a little bit, but he came through in the end, and overall, I think he played pretty well. But so here he goes. Watch this guy right here. He's going to come in and get this sack. And then Oregon would get the ball back, of course, and they would come down, and you have, where is he? Right here. You have Tez Johnson right here. Can you see that? Yeah. You got Tez Johnson right here, Bo Nix's brother. He's going to run. He's going to get this ball. Comes across the middle, gets the ball, and he's gone to the end zone. So Oregon went for 2 there, and so that's why it was 15. Texas Tech came down and scored. They tried for the 2 points, but didn't get it. So now what we get here is we got Jamal Hill is going to get to the quarterback here. Boom. There's the strip. And there's the fumble recovery. Oregon gets the ball back. Ducks would get a field goal. Texas Tech will get a touchdown. And then that's what you got is 18-20. We're in the third quarter. And then you have Kyrie Jackson makes the play here up at the top, up at the far left at the top. There you go. Gets the interception. That was close. It might have been a personal interference call, or a pass interference call, but they didn't call it, and Kyrie got the ball. So in the first game, Bo Nix didn't run at all. In the first half of this game, Bo Nix didn't really run much, but this game got a little tight, and Bo ended up having to start running the ball a little bit, and so this is one of those plays. Gets the first down a little more, and then slides. Oregon went for it on 4th down and missed. And then Texas Tech would get another touchdown. The Ducks are now down by 9 in the third quarter. I think Texas Tech scored, they scored 14 points in the third quarter, and Oregon did not score in the third quarter. So owning that middle 8, Oregon kind of let down on that aspect. So here we go. Another Bo Nix run for a first down here. So so what happened there is Oregon burned the rest of the third quarter on a really long drive. I think it was 17 plays on this drive. And so they start the fourth quarter down by 9. And let's see. And then, so this one's going to Bucky Irvin. There ain't no way that he's not getting in here. He scores. Puts the Ducks down by 2, 25-27. And then Oregon would get another sack. I don't know who got this sack. It was like a team effort there. But that was a stop on fourth down, I think. I think it was 4th and 2, and Oregon got there and stopped him, which gave them the ball back again in the fourth quarter. Oh, here's the sack. I couldn't tell who it was. All right, so this one's going to the tight end right here. Old Justin Herbert's little bigger brother Patrick for the nice run. This didn't amount to anything. Tech came down and got a field goal, went ahead 30-28. Oregon comes back with 1:14 left with their own field goal to go up by 1. And then so Texas Tech had got a couple nice passes and moved the ball right down the field. And so what you got here is it's second down, 46 seconds left. Utah's obviously going to pass because, they're only down by 1 point at this point, and they need another like 20 yards maybe to get into a nice easy field goal. And because their guy hit a 46-yarder earlier in the game. So, I mean, anything around the 40, and that guy, he had plenty of distance. He probably could have made it from anywhere about the 40. So, Oregon was in dire straits here, needing a big play. And Dorless comes up with the big play with Johnny on the spot, Bassa. There's Dorless with the pressure. Now, he actually hits the arm of Tyler Shuck and causes that ball, that throw to kind of not go. And Jeffrey Bassa gets this ball, and he's gone for the pick 6. Puts Oregon up 38-30. Texas Tech would not go away, though. They get close. They try for the Hail Mary here at the end. And it gets intercepted by Oregon, and that is the game. So, okay, let's check out some stats here. So, Bo Nix, 32 of 44. This was a much harder game. Now, the thing is if Oregon played this game at home, I think this is a much different game. But Texas Tech is a different team down in Lubbock. A lot of teams go down to Lubbock and do not get a win there. But the thing is there were some glaring problems in this game. Is Oregon got 4 turnovers off Texas Tech. Somehow they only won by 8 points. And I think part of that reason was self-inflicted penalties. Oregon had 14 for 124 yards. I think that ties an Oregon record in penalties. And to win on the road with 14 penalties is kind of an amazing thing to be able to do, even with any turnovers. But the fact that Texas Tech had 4 turnovers, was still in the game, it just shows how close this game really was. But Oregon learned something about themselves. They learned how to get through adversity. They learned how to finish a game, which is something that they struggled in last year. So there was a lot of positives to take away because there was a lot of things that Oregon can fix. They learned a lot. They got the W, and that was important. But if you look at this, I mean, I don't know. Like Oregon's third down, they were 10 of 18, and Texas Tech was 8 of 13. Oregon still struggling to get off the field on third down. Although, Texas Tech had a great game plan. They ran the QB a lot. You can see Tyler Shuck, their leading rusher, had over 100 yards. He also threw for 282. But you can see here, Bo Nix was our leading rusher with 9 attempts for 46 yards. And that was a thing in this game that I was kind of, I don't know, I wish that they had established the run a little more. But not being a coach, maybe it just wasn't there. But you had Troy Franklin going over 100 yards again. And you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players get catches in that game, and 7 of those multiple catches. And then, Jordan James did great when he was in there running. Noah Whittington, we got to see him. He did a pretty good job. Bucky Irvington had 11 carries for 38 yards. But I just thought that, Texas Tech was pretty much kind of stacking the box, daring them to run, and so it kind of forced Oregon to pass a little more. I liked Oregon's little side-out pass game and not so much downfield all the time, but in the end, it's hard to complain when you come out with the victory. So it's kind of that. So right now, with the newest AP poll that just came out, the Pac-12, the conference that is dead after this season, has the most teams ranked by any, and the closest one is the SEC. They have, I think they have 5 teams ranked. Yeah, they have 5 teams ranked. Pac-12 has 18. So SEC has 5, so they're 3. Every other conference and more the Pac-12 has double the amount of teams ranked. USC is number 5. Washington is number 8, so the Pac-12 has 2 in the top 10. Utah is 12. Oregon's 13. Oregon State is 16. Colorado 18. Washington State is 23. And UCLA is 24. That is showing up for a conference that is dead after this season. For me, the Pac-12 has to be the deepest conference right now. Are they the best? I don't know. We'll see. That'll happen later on. But right now, the Pac-12 has been showing up. They were so close to going, undefeated where they could, except for the fact that Stanford and USC had to play each other. But California just barely lost to Auburn, and Arizona State was in it with Oklahoma State. They lost. It was 27-15, but they were in it most of the way, so they had their chances. But overall, the Pac-12 has been showing up really well, and we're excited for next week. We come back home and we play Hawaii. Of course, this will be a game that you use to fix the problems that you saw at Texas Tech. I'm looking to see to close to penalty free at home against Hawaii, and then not looking forward to the next game after that will be Colorado at home. So if those 2 teams continue to win, look to ESPN Game Day being at Oregon in 2 weeks for the Colorado-Oregon game if both teams handle business. And with that, we're going to get out of here for now. Thanks for joining me. Much love all, and we'll see you next time.